The future of Africa is here. It is being built on the foundations of innovation, collaboration, and a shared vision of a digitally empowered continent.
Africa is still going to be Africa, but it will be Africa reloaded.
From ministries to municipalities, leaders are harnessing the power of technology to transform the way they govern, serve, and connect with our citizens.
Our jobs are a commitment to service in our daily lives and also in our public service. That's who we are.
This is where policy becomes practice.
The one thing that I have learned about young people everywhere is you give them a chance, you allow them to get connected with the technology, they'll use it.
Where ideas ignite and partnerships are forged.
The question is, do we need digital transformation in order to grow our economies? The answer is yes and yes and yes and more yes.
It's an opportunity to engage directly with the decision makers who are shaping Africa's digital landscape.
A digitized government is the only thing that is going to transform our countries right now. And we cannot afford to be left behind.
We have to invest, no matter how little the resource envelope is, we have to invest in digitization.
The digital revolution is not coming to Africa, it's already here.
In Zambia, there is fantastic political and economic stability. There's a government that is leading the way in implementing this digital transformation and electronic government. The policy is turning into reality. And Zambia has a great deal of advantages as well. Geographically, as a hub for the region, the potential as an ICT hub, the connectivity with the rest of the world, and a very motivated young population, which is well educated. We saw since 2022 of the President announcing the free education services across the country. And that's helped develop in young people their digital skills and literacy. And so investors around the world, they look at two most important things when they decide where to invest. Number one, does the country have the workforce with the requisite skills? Yes, Zambia does. Number two, is it well connected to the global production and supply chains? Yes, Zambia is. And more to the point, Zambia isn't just well connected, Zambia is ideally placed as a hub for the region.
The Digital Government Africa Summit is more than just a conference. It's a catalyst for change.
In order to create an environment that sort of brings everyone at the same wavelength, the Digital Africa Summit brings all the leaders. And this is where we share about who is doing and who can leverage from who in the continent. And this is to reduce the aspect of competition. In the past years, it was almost like as though the African countries are competing. And when a country makes a breakthrough, they make it their thing. And it's as though they are better than the other African countries. So what we said is, look, we are the same continent. We can leverage on the same infrastructure like the other continents are doing. In the other DGA, I gave an example in the opening ceremony of, for instance, satellite services. Why should we pay for satellite services as a country, and yet the coverage includes all the countries that are next to us, includes the whole continent? You know, our dream and our prayer is that we get to a point where, as Africa, we can leverage. We can say, okay, you guys, all of us want this service, and we're going to pay for one service across. It will be much, much cheaper than it is now. So in this sphere, even if we are 40-something countries in the continent, when you digitize, you can actually work as one country. And that's the beauty of digitization. It removes the borders. You can actually do things as one big family. And I think that's one of the goals that we think we're gonna get to in a few years, where we'll operate as one entity called Africa.
African Brains were the organisers. We helped bring the industry investors. The Zambian government, led by the Smart Zambia Institute, is the hosting partner. It does involve other lead ministries.
Be part of the conversation, the solution, and the movement shaping the future of governance on our continent.
You can follow it everywhere actually. We'll be on ZNBC, private TV, radio, newspapers, and of course online. We'll have a dedicated website, and even on our social media platforms, we'll be posting the highlights every day. We want every Zambian to be a part of this.
Well, let's talk about this year's theme. It's actually centered on innovation and digital transformation. What does that mean for young innovators and entrepreneurs right here in Zambia?
So this means opportunity. If you're building apps, fintech, or just dreaming up ideas, this summit is proof that Zambia supports you and that investors are watching.
Well, that is well said. So you being a youth yourself, what direct message do you have for your fellow youths right here in Zambia?
I want my fellow youths to pay attention. This is your future being designed in real time. So don't just watch, be part of this DGA. Make sure you follow us, as I said earlier on, and you'll be able to be part of the conversation that is technology.
Well, that is well said. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you have heard it for yourself. The future is digital. The question is, are you going to be a part of the game changers? Or maybe you're going to be left behind? That is a question that you must be answering yourself. Well, from us to you, it is peace and love.
Join high-level delegations from over 30 African countries to explore digital identity and financial inclusion, cybersecurity and data protection, e-government platforms and smart public services, artificial intelligence and the future of governance.
There is nothing we cannot change as long as it's standing in the way of progress.
The end game is that we should be the Africa that is reloaded. And it will all start right here.